been a long time since I've had the chance to get a video out, but today is a good opportunity because I actually just went to my local, or one of my local game stores tonight, and I picked up a few new things that I'm excited to show you guys off. Really excited, actually. Two of these are two of my absolute favorite games. Third one, brand new, just came out, I think today, actually, technically. So, yeah, very excited to dive in and show you guys these products here. So let's flip the camera around. Here we are, first item I picked up. Terraforming Mars, the Hellas and Elysium, exploring the other side of Mars. So these are the Hellas and Elysium game maps. I'm very excited for this, as Terraforming Mars is my absolute favorite board game, along with one other game that we're going to get to in a second here, actually, which is maybe, technically not a board game. It toes the line. Well, more of a card game, but anyway, I digress. We're talking Terraforming Mars here. So Terraforming Mars is incredible. It's an incredible, incredible game. If you haven't had the chance to play it, I highly recommend it. It's not too difficult to learn, and the strategic depth is near unparalleled. I've played it a ton of times. Every time it's a new game, different corporation, even if it's the same corporation with the card drafting system, or even if you don't use the draft format and you just get the cards, the way the cards, it's such a huge, huge stack of cards that they're different every time. They come in different orders, and there's always a ton of really interesting decisions to be made. But what's really clever about Terraforming Mars is that these decision points, they're not overwhelming, because you are generally, you're restricted to the cards that you have in your hand that you've purchased, and even the amount you can purchase is limited by the 4 you draw a turn, or in draft you're exposed to a bit more than that, but still, and by the standard projects that are on the game map. So it doesn't feel overwhelming, but the choices are very meaningful. This is an amazing game. The theme is also unmatched. It's very, very well researched, and I just absolutely love this game. It's really something special. So here are, there goes. Well, first off, let's actually grab this back, as we'll see what's on the back. So it shows us, even look at this, look at the theme. They're telling us about Hellas, this side of Mars, because really essentially we're seeing other sides of Mars that aren't on the main Mars game map. And what I'm really excited about here are each of these maps, both the Hellas and the Elysium boards, coming with new milestones, new awards. And this is going to change the game in some very interesting ways. The original game map had, things like the Planner Award that if you get Inventrix, maybe that's an approach you can take, that you can go for that. But aside from that, award just wasn't being touched. I'm really excited to see that milestone wasn't being touched, but I'm really excited to see these new milestones and awards and the different strategies that they're going to open up. And the board itself, it's different, it's refreshing. So we got the Elysium board on this side, the other side of Mars. So we see Phobos Space Haven and Ganymede Colony are on this side now. Makes sense. We're seeing the opposite side of the planet. And we see the ocean tiles are more concentrated here in the northern hemisphere. To the south, it's pretty barren. And yeah, I like the green. It's just a beautiful map. Very excited to test out Elysium. Let's see Hellas here. So Hellas, we're looking at the south pole of Mars, right down at the bottom here. And look at that, really interesting tile. You spend there's a restriction of spending 6 mega credits to even place a tile there. But if you do, you get to place an ocean tile, which is also going to bump your terraform rating. So seems like a very good spot. Then this one you get 3 heat for that one. That could be very interesting as well. And then we see a lot of the potential greenery areas are more to the north here. Makes sense, further away from the South Pole. I like that they got the ice and stuff down here. And yeah, very cool. This side of the map, South Pole, we got the blue, polar, very nice. And here we go. Hellas, the southern wild. So yeah, and of course, even different milestones on this side, different than the Elysium one, so different yet again, and different awards. So very excited to play this. Now, shifting over from Terraforming Mars, we get to second product here, and she is a beauty. This is the vampire, or I guess, technically not vampire anymore. Shouldn't say that, especially with this expansion. It's the Rivals expandable card game. So it's set in the World of Darkness. And so far in the game, we have Vampire the Masquerade featured, as that's how it started with the vampire clans. But this expansion also introduces hunter cells. So we see Hunter the Reckoning stuff featured in here. And this is, not a revised core set. It's just a secondary core set. It stands on its own. If you don't have any other Rivals products, you can buy this and play it on its own without the original core set. So I think that's really cool for, getting new people into the game. It could serve it, is designed to serve as its own entry point. And yeah, it's very, very cool. So let's see what we got in here. We have the Ministry Vampire Clan. The Caitiff, I don't know, however you pronounce it. I think, no, looks like it's Caitiff. Okay, someone's going to roast me in the comments for that one. And so those are the two, well, they're, technically not even really a clan themselves, is my understanding at least. They're, the clanless vampires. And we have two hunter cells as well, the Inquisitive and the Faithful. So yeah, Hunters coming to the game is really cool. I haven't actually played as a Hunter cell myself yet, because even beyond this, obviously I just bought the expansion or the new core set now. But I did go to a Vampire or a Rivals. I'm gonna have to get in the habit of saying that now. But I did go to a Rivals event. It was the UK Nationals, and that was in, trying to think of about when that was. That was early October 2023. So that was I guess almost 5 months ago now. Or 6, I guess. Wow. Okay. Yeah, doesn't feel like that long ago. But yeah, I went to an event, I've been to many Rivals events, but yeah, that was the most recent one. And it was the UK Nationals, incredible event put on by Alexander up in Edinburgh in Scotland. So yeah, he ran an incredible event. It was a really great time. I met a lot of amazing people, really cool people that I, still in touch with, and very much would love the chance to go back and play Rivals up in Scotland again. That was really incredible. So the reason I mentioned that event here, well, for lots of reasons, but it was that I did play with the Rio de Janeiro city deck for that event, so the new city that comes in this expansion. And I played in one game, I played against one of the Hunter cells, and it was in the finals of the event, and that guy ended up actually winning the event with a Hunter cell. So, I think that's actually something that really impresses me about this product, is that the introduction of Hunter cells, well, some people don't like that. They feel it's watering the game down in the sense that now that when there's future releases, they'll be releasing cards for the Hunters as well that can't be used by some of can't be used by the vampires. And well, that is true. I think the pros far outweigh the cons here, because the fact that someone could pick up this one product, this one box in a game that's now been out almost 4 years, and go to an event like UK Nationals, and the only cards in their deck are from this box, because he was using all the Hunter cards, of course, and to go and win that event with this one box. And this is already something that living card games, expandable card games, stuff with non-random distribution is amazing, is that I think it puts people on a level playing field. It's not just pay to win. I like that people have access to the same card pool. Everyone does. You're not chasing cards. It's about the game itself. And I think this expansion even really leans into that, in that someone could buy this one box and have all the cards they need to make a Hunter deck. And that Hunter deck is very viable. In fact, the guy won the event. So I think that's incredible. Testament to, really just a testament to what a great game this is. And it's not, they didn't just drop some overpowered cards that can only be used by Hunters. It felt balanced to me. I made a couple mistakes in that finals game. Had I not made them, who knows? Maybe things go a little bit differently. So yeah, it's Rivals. I need to actually make a video on this game, because this is an amazing, amazing game. As far as an expandable card game, it's my favorite one. I love the multiplayer dynamic. I know that's not for everybody, but it does it really, really well. It's designed from the ground up for that. Yeah, I need to make it my own separate video on Rivals because it's really something. It's a very special game, very beloved game by me. Now, on to the next one. So finally, we got the third product I picked up today, and you know what? I was on the fence about Star Wars Unlimited. Yeah, it's Fantasy Flight. I've been burned, Hal's been burned, everyone's been burned. Who hasn't been burned in this day and age by Fantasy Flight pulling the rug out from under them and canceling a beloved game of theirs? We've all been there. You know, even in terms of Star Wars card games from Fantasy Flight, we've had the Star Wars LCG, an incredible game to this day, one of my favorites still. And, you know, then Star Wars Destiny, which also canceled. So here we are, Star Wars Unlimited. And I was, you know, when they announced it, I'll admit I was excited. It's Star Wars. It's hard not to be. It's a Star Wars card game. That's always gonna capture my attention. However, of course, like anyone, I was a little wary. But, you know, I have seen the amount of time, energy, resources FFG seems to be pouring into this. A big green flag is that they're not reusing artwork like they were on all their other games. It's all original artwork. And some people complain about this comic book style art. They don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. Well, I don't know. But me, I love comics. I love graphic novels. I think it suits, you know, a card game of this nature very well, especially Star Wars. It's all very consistent in its style, and I actually really like it. You know, there's a few cards. Yeah, I've seen the Chewie, I've seen the Han, Leader Han, even the other Han, I'm like, eh. Yeah, there's a few that, you know, maybe not my favorites, but overall, I really love the art of this game. It's actually not just is it something, you know, hey, I'm going to tolerate, it actively, it's inviting to me. I'm drawn to it. So yeah, I think it's really cool. This is the starter set. And, you know, of course, another reason that I was kind of on the fence about this is that it is a collectible card game. And I have no interest in ripping boosters and chasing cards and paying a lot for one particular card. You know, for me, it's about the game and it's about the gameplay. But I have tried this out online a few times on forcetable.net, just in the mod that someone built. It's cool. You can play single player against the AI. And, you know, I think there is something here. I think it's an interesting game. It doesn't have the nuance that the Star Wars LCG does. I mean, few games do. But it's very easy to learn, very easy to pick up. It's Star Wars, a hugely popular IP. I could see this being, you know, potentially the next big collectible card game. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I don't know. It's Star Wars. FFG is putting a lot of time and resources into it. And yeah, I think also what they've done is that it is very easy to learn and just pick up and play. So, you know, for me, I do wish there was a little bit more depth there, but that's another thing too, that I think this is just the first set. And I think, you know, some more depth can come over time, and it makes sense to start very simply here. And, you know, simple isn't always a bad thing either. If the choices are still meaningful and feel meaningful without being overwhelming, I think that's, you know, it's a good thing. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how deeply I end up getting involved in this game. But, you know, I don't know. It's Star Wars and it's a card game, and as much as I like to rip on FFG, they do design some good games. So yeah, we'll see. But I am actually very excited to crack this open and rip some games, some starter deck games, get a feel for it, get a feel for the flow, the tempo, and, you know, maybe sink my teeth a little deeper into it. We'll see. Not going to get ahead of myself. Maybe it starts and ends here, and that's fine. And that's fine. It's its own contained experience here, and I think I'll enjoy it. So Yeah, well, we'll see. But there you go. All right, folks, so that's it for the video. I don't know what I'm at about now, maybe a little over 10 minutes, but yeah, just a nice short little video showing off these games that I'm honestly super excited for all three of them. Vampire maybe the least, despite the fact that it's potentially my favorite of the games here, and that's just because, yeah, it's not something I really play with my friends here. I'd love to get them more into it. I just haven't had the chance to yet. It's more one that, with some friends over in, that I have now in Scotland and in Europe, I love the game. I love making it out to events. So in my current deck, I don't think there's actually a card from this. No, I think there's like one card. There's one vampire. There's a Ministry vampire in here. But yeah, anyway, I've kind of just been sort of, sliding by a little bit, let's say. I've been borrowing some cards when I've gone to events. And in my defense, my vampire collection was here in Canada, so that was a bit necessary. I digress. Let's wrap it up here. Take care, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.